What's up, YouTube? Scott Scotty Tradition back with another video. Thought it would be a good evening to do my year in review for 2022. Up here in Wisconsin, we are expecting a snowstorm tomorrow, and then blizzard-like conditions Thursday night into Friday. So that's always good. But as we get towards the end of the year, it is always a good time to kind of reflect on the year and kind of reflect where the collection has gone and whatnot. Overall, it's been a pretty good year. Some of the things that I've gotten in, I hadn't really planned on picking up this year. I kind of wanted to make this year more of a only really pick it up if I really thought it was kind of a cool item, and just kind of be more of an opportunist, and to really pick up things that fancy my PC as opposed to, things that I think will just hold value and that kind of thing. So I really was kind of PC focused more this year than anything. But I was really happy with some of the things that I got. So without further ado, let's get into it. So January and February, I really didn't pick up anything this year. And that went back a few months prior to that as well. I didn't pick up anything in November and December of 2021 as well. So I had a good 4 month period there to start the year where I did not even pick up anything. I just kind of enjoy the cards I already had and consume the hobby in different ways other than picking up cards, which I think is important. We all shouldn't need to have items coming in every day or whatever just to feel like we're enjoying the hobby. At least that's my opinion, and certainly it works for me to really wait for those cards I really want. So nothing in January and February, and then in March I finally, broke the bottle open and picked up a few items. Here's the first one. This is considered Ted Thompson's rookie card. Unfortunately, Ted passed away a couple years ago. Was the Packers GM for many years, and of course was the GM responsible for drafting Aaron Rodgers in 05. And I'd say he had a pretty good tenure as Packers GM. Really fell off in his later years, where just seemingly nothing worked out. But he did have a lot of health issues. He didn't die too much longer after he was let go as GM. So I think the health issues definitely played a role in that. But definitely plays a big part in Packer history. So I was excited to find an '05 Packers Police. This is a set that they released. Packers Police releases every year, and just a beautiful card. Nice autograph of Ted. Still waiting to send this into PSA DNA at some point, along with a few other cards that I have. But as of right now, sits in my to-go to PSA pile, and it's still in raw form. But happy with that pickup. Nothing too crazy, but a cool card. Next up, I did pick up a '06 Topps Chrome Greg Jennings rookie in a Gem 10. Greg Jennings was just inducted into the Packers Team Hall of Fame this year. And so just waiting for this card to officially be added to the Packers Team Hall of Fame set, which it is not yet, but when it does, I will have a card ready to rock. So picked up that one. Again, nothing too crazy there. So that was back in March. And then in April, I did pick up two bigger items. The first one I picked up was a card I've had my eye on for a couple years, T206 Christy Mathewson Portrait. Just a really nice example for a 1.5. Just some creasing in there, of course, but centering, color, registration, all really, really good. And those are the main things that I look for in these pre-war cards. So a beautiful example. Picked this up from a gentleman in the Tobacco Row group and fits perfectly into my collection. Just kind of a nice looking low grade Christy Mathewson. Just beautiful card. Happy to have it. So I was real excited about that. And then also in April, I figured why not just go big? And, I ended up picking this is actually my second Bart Starr rookie card that I own. I also own a copy in a PSA 8. But I wanted a card that I could actually display more and have around more. as opposed to the 8, which I have stowed away, just due to the value of it. This one was a real nice example of a 6, and I was able to pick this up from a good friend of mine, Brandon, from the Lambo Leap Collectibles group. So always good when you can kill two birds with one stone, kind of help out another hobby friend, and add something to your collection that you definitely like. And having usually I'm not that way. I usually don't get multiples of the same card. I get a card and then I'm done with it. This is like literally the only example where I have multiples of the same card, and I think the Bart Starr rookie is a good one to have multiples of. So real happy to be able to add another Bart Starr, one that I can kind of look at and have around me more. So real excited about that, and that was it for April. And then I went into like another 3-month hiatus over the summer, so I didn't pick up anything in May, June, or July. That's kind of how it's been this year. Just a few couple gaps in my collecting, and then just kind of few and far between. But then I'm able to pick up some nicer stuff when I do pick up something. And unfortunately, didn't get to go to the National this year in Atlantic City, which kind of stinks. Which is, I would have liked to gone, but it really works out better for me to kind of go every other year, just because I have a lot of family stuff that I do around the summer as well. So definitely expecting to go to the 2023 National in Chicago. Really looking forward to that. So I'm actually currently looking at booking rooms for that. I've noticed a couple of the hotels around the convention center are already booked. So if anybody has any kind of interest in possibly sharing a room nearby, somewhere nearby the convention center, I would definitely be down for that. I'm kind of looking right now. I've asked a few people that I know, and nothing just has kind of come to fruition yet. So if I do have to get a room by myself, I totally will. But the rooms are not cheap around the convention center, and I think they've gone up since the last time they had it. So if anybody wants to split a room or would want to look into that, just let me know. Throw me a message. And back to the recap here. So nothing over those 3 months, nothing in May, June, or July. And then August came around, and I decided to pick up a whole bunch of stuff, apparently. So these are some things I've had my eye on for a while. They're mostly like local, Wisconsin PC stuff. So I picked up the Giannis Championship Moments. Absolutely love this set. Every player that was in the championship team has a card, and they're only numbered to 99, so there's not a ton of them out there. And I just think these are really cool cards. And got just an awesome deal on this Giannis. They had been up like over $500 when this set first came out, and of course, some things have dropped, and this is one of them. And I think I was able to get this for under $200, which is pretty crazy, and really happy to get it for that price. Just a great card. Not sure if I'll grade it or not. Not sure if I'm going to ever work on the set, but I know if I did want one card in the set, it would be the Giannis, so I decided to grab that one. Then another cool card I picked up, the 1993 Finest Robin Yount Refractor. Had my eye on these for a long time. The 10s are out of this world. There's only a few 10s ever graded, but I was happy to get a nice looking 9 refractor. These are just such cool cards. This is my first one of these I've ever owned, the 90 from the 93 Finest Refractor set, and they are just beautiful in person. I highly recommend picking one of these up from this set if you have a favorite player in that set. So real excited to knock that one off. Just move that back a little bit. Wanted an example of Jonathan Taylor, his rookie card, and I'm a big Wisconsin Badgers fan, obviously, and he's had a great start to his NFL career. Was injured a lot this year, but was able to grab a fairly inexpensive version of his rookie card from Prism Draft, Silver Prism. Nice looking card, and has the Wisconsin logo, so excited about that one. And then also in August was able to grab one of these, which I thought I got a really good deal on. 1940 Wheaties Champions Cecil Isbell. So these are actually cut off of Wheaties boxes, believe it or not. And there's not a ton of Cecil Isbell stuff out there. It was a quarterback for, I think, 38 to 42 for the Packers. And played really well for them before going back to coach at his alma mater in Purdue. Um, just a cool little piece of history right there. Cecil Isbell. Um, and I wasn't done in August. Apparently, I just kept picking up stuff. Grabbed a couple of bigger items as well. First and foremost, got the Tom Seaver rookie in the grade of a 6, and this really is a beautiful example of the card for the grade. These, you know, high numbers are tough cards for this year, and Tom Seaver does not have an inexpensive rookie card, so, but really like Tom Seaver's story. So got a great rookie card of the franchise. Unfortunately, he recently just passed away as well. So happy to add that one. That's a tough one that I was able to add this year. Here's another one, 50 Bowman Otto Graham rookie. Just a beautiful example for a PSA 5. Again, I don't mind paying up a little bit for a nice example of the card, especially vintage cards. Just an awesome card. I love the 50 Bowman set. I think it's my all-time favorite vintage football set, 1950 Bowman. So awesome to add that one. Got no room to put Otto Graham, so I'll set him down there. And then possibly my favorite edition was this one. This is the 1935 Wheaties Don Hutson All-Americans of 1934. It comes in this big SGC holder thing. I think it's only like pop 4 or 5 or something like that. So there's not a lot of them. I think that's actually combined PSA and SGC. Just a beautiful, cool Wheaties Don Hutson. A lot of people consider this Don Hutson's actual rookie card, although the 1955 Topps All-American is listed in all the sets, which is also an amazing card, but this is actually, he's in his college stuff there, I think. So 1934, so he's a college All-American at Alabama, but I think he played from like 35 to 45 or something like that. So he played like right in between when all the main football sets were made. So he like just missed the 35 Chickle set, and he like was out of the league before the 48 Bowman or Leaf set came out. So very limited on Don Hutson type cards, and this is just a beautiful thing. And they do not come up often at all. I mean, you can watch eBay and you might see one every 3 years come up. So that's one I'm very excited to add this year. And then didn't buy anything in November, and then didn't buy anything in September. And then in October, I did pick up a few more items. Knocked off the Devontae Adams rookie card. I'm sure this will be a Packers Hall of Famer at some point. Could be an NFL Hall of Famer if he just kind of continues putting up the numbers he's putting up, despite, unfortunately, going to the Raiders. But he still had a great career for the Packers, and I think we'll put up some more good years of statistics. So kind of an inexpensive pickup, but happy to get that one. Another card I've had my eye on for a while, the 37 Ogden's Jesse Owens. Just a beautiful card. The seller of this actually sent me the entire set with the Owens, so that was cool. I got a bunch more of these raw, so very excited about that. Just a nice 4. Nice to have one encapsulated. Of course, this is from the 36 Olympic Games in Berlin. So just a lot of historical significance with this card, and happy to have it. And then in November, was able to pick up this card. This is the T206 Portrait of Rube Waddell. And love Rube's story, obviously, and just a beautiful example, I think, of the card for the grade. Beautiful card of the Rube. Sweet cap. So that is that. December came along. I think I just showed these recently. I got these from Bradley Claus, Brad Smith, Brad8671, just a great dude, and happy to add a couple of nice Packer autos to the collection. And then this one just came in the mail about a week ago. This is an '07 Upper Deck SPX Joe Thomas auto rookie. Now, Joe Thomas is going to be very likely a first ballot Hall of Famer come early next year. And this is a sweet card because it has him in that Badgers uniform, and probably one of the best Badger players of all time. I mean, he literally played every game and started every game for the Cleveland Browns since he entered the league, and was named All Pro like 75% of the time that he played. So I think he has like what, 8 or 9 All Pros, or maybe it's Pro Bowls, but either way, he did not miss anything until he got injured, and then he didn't play anymore. But he started every game he played until then. Just a beautiful card, some great foil and shine on this card as well. So I was happy to grab that one. Actually picked this up from Nolan, Elite Co 3. So was excited to add that card for what I thought was a pretty reasonable price. There was actually a PSA 10 card of Joe Thomas that sold for like $350. It was a PSA 10, and then this card was available as a buy it now for $120. So to me, that was a no-brainer. I was happy to pay a third of the price for a likely very similar card. So yeah, after the Joe Thomas, that is it as we sit here on December 21st. So overall, a great year. I had some big gaps in pickups where there were literally 6 months out of the year where I didn't pick up anything. And then I had a couple bigger months as well. So real happy to add what I did, and everything that I added has meaning to me and to my collection. So even better. Now today I did pick up another card, and I think it actually would be the biggest card out of anything that I just showed. So, so I do expect to get that in soon, and I'll be certainly happy to share that and make its own video, because it's a very, very unique card, and it has its own story, and I'd love to share that story with all of you guys. So with that being said, that is it. It's been a great 2022. I do have a Secret Santa gift to open here under my tree from my vintage football community group, so we'll probably make a video about that. And also, please stay tuned in the near future. I think it's going to be the week after Christmas. We'll be coming out with a video with myself and Bart's Cards as we unveil our ballot for the top 50 sports cards, football cards, excuse me, that we're going to put up for nomination for the first rendition of the Pro Football Card Hall of Fame, which we will start in January. So that should be exciting. Stay tuned for that. Otherwise, everybody have a great Christmas, and hope Santa is good to all of you, and hope you just enjoy the time being together with your family and friends, and hope you have a great new year as well. Thanks everybody for watching, and we will talk to you again soon.